Welcome to this morning session. We're trading the DAX right now. The DAX is not fearing a lot that they might not come out with positive news tonight. As you can see, the Nasdaq is not showing that much progress in the opening here, and DAX is also fearing a lot. So it just looks like a short again. We saw it DAX push to almost 500, got rejected, consolidation, tried to push back to 450, it also got rejected. So I'm looking to place a short back to 23,000. I'm going to use the school run strategy. I'm going to use an opening range breakout setup. I have nothing against going long today. That could also work for me. The market just opened right there. Break above here for me would not trigger a long. I wanted to see it's going to sell off, establish some support, and then after 15 minutes it might consolidate, and then we could go for a long. But let's see here. The strategy is very clear for me. I'm looking at the direction and then I go in that direction. And I mark the highs for the first 15 minutes and I mark the lows. So currently support 200, pushed 55 points back. They could push the market back to an all-time highs. I want to see if they really want to push it, and if they really want to push it, it's going to break above 75 to 75. Nasdaq is still weak. It's not showing any signs of retracement. It's very weak. We saw a little move up here, but let's see if this is going to continue above 500. So this is not a bullish candle. We have to break above 500 for me to consider a long. I'm not trading the Nasdaq here in the morning. I'm only going to trade the DAX. But let's see, same pattern on the DAX and the Nasdaq. When Nasdaq show weak signs, then DAX will also show a weak sign. It's not 100% correlated. It's not uncorrelated, but it has some correlation. When Nasdaq is selling off and we start seeing massive selling pressure, then the DAX usually follow after. It's not always like that because we could see it's 4,000 points, 3,800 points above. Let's see if this is acting as a new high. For me to go long, it would be with a push above 275, and I might take a short scalp to 300 or to 350, but I'll just take a long above here. Big push. Nasdaq is not really falling after, and we see a big push here. It could act as a zone where it might get rejected, so you have to be extremely careful, hoping and just doing something because you think that the market might come back or it might push up. If I was you, I would be very careful. I would have a very tight stop loss, and I would probably size down here if you're looking to pass any challenges or you want to grow your account and be more steady and more consistent. Size down and focus on progress. Regarding the news today, this morning, Wednesday, we have some news, but it's not super important. It have like not the biggest impact, but it's doing very well. DAX is super strong. We're gonna have federal refunds rate. We have FOMC economic projection, FOMC statement, and FOMC press conference. We're gonna have it at 7 p.m. I'm not super sure if I'm gonna stream at that time. I might. I'll let you know in the main chat. So we have some resistance here. It's very clear at 275. Could act as a short all the way back to 175. I might consider going for a short here. but it's strong. We just have to be a little careful here. If we push up, I could consider going for a short. Then have a tight stop loss at maybe 300. I'm not going for a light short here. It could act as a new high here. So just entering a light short. Want to see if we're going to have some progress below. Let's see if we're going to break below 250. Or if we're going to push back up again. Let's see here. I might consider exit this one here if we do not break below 250. I'll just exit quick here, guys, for a quick 3,000. I just want to see if this is really going to continue and selling off, but it's a good little move. It could push above 275, and that's a long to me. We shouldn't be going against the trend. The trend is up. I just see a potential reversal that we could short it here back to 175. So that's what I'm looking for. I could look to re-enter short. The reason why I closed with good profit is because I have a feeling it could push up. So I don't have any open position right now. Still staying cash. And I'm waiting for the market to retrace. Strong move again. We also have to understand that the market is strong. They want to hold it. I know last time we went to here and to lows of 23,050. We did not come back to 23,000. When we came back to here, as we might do today, they pushed it again to 250, and it depends on the news. But that's my overall idea, that they want to push it down to push it back up again. So we could go for a short, consider going for a long, but if it breaks below here, it's only short. It's very easy for me today. But yeah, so it's a long above. Just be very careful, hope for something, and just go along because, oh, this is so easy. Like, it didn't even came back to where we should go along from. It just met my requirements, but I'm not allowed to take a breakout. I can scalp, I can hold to my principles that I coach on my one-on-one sessions, my one-on-one mentorship, but I'm not allowed to take trades and hold them before 15 minutes. We right now 8 minutes over. I'm allowed to take a trade after 15 minutes. It's just gonna make sure I'm not doing unnecessarily trades. So for me, it's a long here, back to here. I think it could work if you have a tight stop loss at 268. But it could also get rejected at 300 and then sell right back to 228. So it's a very risky play. That's why I'm not trading, because as you can see, the market is not open yet. I planned everything out, what I want to do, how much I want to make, the position size, and how much I'm risking. We can make plenty of money today. We just have to be a little patient and not rushing, because you can see here strong rejection at 300. That's what I expected. Long above here, close it there, short back to 23,050. So easy. Everything is planned out. It's a short today, but it could be a long, but I just have to follow my rules, and I just don't want to go against my system. The max gonna push it to 500. They're not gonna push it higher because of the news that's gonna come in. So if I was you, I would be extremely careful here. This might act as a new resistance. I like to short this one here. But scalping in and out like I did there was fine. It went up 5 points after enter short, and then it sold off 12 points. So doing these quick in and out with 20 points, 30 points, like here, short there at 300, close at 75 is totally okay. You're allowed to do that. You're just not allowed to live with hope. This is a long again. Let's see if it's gonna hold or take the orders out here. So currently resistant and currently support. My setup today, if I had a funder account and I want to make 30% profit of my overall challenge, would be a short back to 100. So 23,100. I will go after making today 160 points. Not me personally. That's not my strategy. That's not what I do. But I would just go after making 160 points today short. Have a tight stop loss. Be careful here. It pushed. It sold off. Many traders go in short here. Don't do that. Wait for it to push back. Get rejected short around here, and then take it back. So a lot of traders getting stopped out here on the short. It's just unnecessarily money to lose. There's no reason to enter short here. 4 more minutes, I'll decide what I'm gonna do based on the opening range breakout. And yes, you are allowed to trade in 4 minutes. There's no reason to trade when the market is not open. That's just what I'm saying. Yeah, they're gonna sell back to 100 or even 75. I'm buying in V for myself at maybe 75 or 65. So strong support. If we can break below 250, it's gonna sell back. So I'll take a short below here. Here is just a long. You see how I mitigate risk is not from in a position, is from not trading and just staying cash and waiting. Same setup we saw here, push, rejection. So we might see a big push again. Let's see here. Could act as a, so right now it's very simple. Currently support, currently resistant. It could bounce right back again. They are holding the market. It's a long back to 350 right now. If they're selling it below, it's a short with that stop loss at the higher week. So you don't want to go short here or here. You want to take it short higher up here and then take a quick 30 points. Two minutes, the market will open. So overall, we see weakness right now. Lower highs, lower lows is going to push below. Overall target is 23,100. That's very realistic. It might sell back to 23,050 or even 22,850. It could sell below 23,000. Okay, so it's a pretty good entry for a short. You see, it's a short. But they also know, they're not stupid, the market makers and the other traders that's sitting, there's millions of people. watching these trades, know what we're doing, what we plan to do. So always be able to, first of all, have the risk management and plan, and make sure to not flip the switch, but make sure that you could also change the plan. And how do I change the plan? By saying, okay, I want to go short below. Everyone thinks that, and I'm just going to go short up here. So I'm trigger not my mind, but I'm trigger the market. Psychology, 100%. I'm just thinking about what would the market do. They're trying to hold it here. If it's going to push below, everyone want to go short, and then they might buy it back. So if you want to go short, you go short around here or around here. You don't go short and hope for something to happen. You don't want to sell it low. You want to sell it high and cover it low. So I'm not saying you cannot short it here or there or break below. I'm just saying be a little careful. Be careful. It could act as a support here. Just don't short it here. Wait for it to push back to here, and then you go short. So many traders will go short here, and yes, it might push back to here, but then I think it's gonna rally. So if you go short here, you can make 15 points, and it's gonna push it back, and you might not be able to close it. I mean, you might not. Let's see here. Be careful going short here. Everyone wants also go so short here. They're gonna push it back. If they're not pushing it back, it could be a short, but I think it max gonna sell back to 200 or 225. I would rather go long here than short currently. I wanted to push first, have a better entry, and that should be it. As I told you, pushing it back. It's a new low. It's a new low. Then we might see it's gonna rally to 350. If we do not break below, I'll go full along. Again, buy it low, sell it high. I'm gonna go in for a quick long here. It's very risky. I'm buying it here. It's currently trading at 250, 248. Just have to push up. Let's see here. Could get rejected. This is a long signal for me. It could also sell the market off now, but because of this higher week is the lower week is higher than this one here. It's a long for me, but it could sell off. Let's see here. Very weak. closing at 75. Let's see here. Big rejection. They might push it back to 230. Let's see here. I might exit this one here. Let's see here. I'll exit this one here for 261. As you can see, I will be right about this one. It's going to go to 75. So you can exit your long here. I'm not allowed to trade after 20 minutes. And that's why I closed it out. Also close it on the other live account. But it's obviously a long. I closed it out at 61. You can close out your long at 75. Feel free to do that. That was my target. I just think they could. I know that this is a long. I just think they could push the market back. Let's see here. Okay, so we 20 minutes over. I was allowed to take trades and hold them. I just don't have a good feeling because of Nasdaq is not really showing any progress, and we have news tonight. So yeah, I just don't want to hold this one here. I made some good progress today.